traveling across the country, and I just put out there the states that I was going to drive through out on my page, and then I started tagging my VIPs and said, hey, I will be in your town on Monday the 10th, and I have availability for a party at 11 a.m. How does your house sound? And I just kind of just hit it that way. And you know what? I've had one person change the date and one person cancel en route to their house. And we just said, whatever, we'll book another party. I'm fine with that.
That's amazing. I like that. So you just tell them the states and go. I love it.
Yeah, and we've got people begging us to come to other states, and we're going, there's not enough time. But I've got 3 people that want us to go to Kansas. I've got 2 people up in Minnesota, and I just don't have the time to hit them all. But we'll hit what we can hit.
That's so awesome. Congratulations. That's just awesome. Like Ryan and we got to figure it out. And we bought a huge map. So we're going to set up a map and then kind of do that and just kind of eye it and figure it out. I know, I really want to hear from Stacy Murdoch too. She's been traveling for months, a few months. So, yeah, that gets me super excited to do that and see people do it successfully. So awesome.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you guys.
I think my kids would be a little upset if we did it for months, right?
Yeah, that would be a lot.
Okay. Yeah. They're sitting in the car with me while the party's going on.
Yeah, no. Yeah, and a great way to see the country and utilize your business mobily and write it all off. And you guys are en route to convention as well, correct?
Absolutely. So we will. So we left Florida, and we will eventually make our way to California. Like I said, we're in Ohio now. We're going to go out to South Dakota, go have parties out in Wyoming, and then we'll drop down to California and have parties on the way back.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on getting them all booked and good luck. That's awesome. I can't wait to.
People keep saying just sell another skirt. If you can't afford it, sell another skirt. And I was just tired of making excuses. So I decided I'll take the skirts to them. If they don't want to come to me, I'll go to them.
Yeah. And what a way to make connections all over. And that's
so much fun.
Yeah, creating value in your brand. If you're able to do it, man, what an awesome opportunity. So thanks so much for sharing that with us, Mark. I'm going to have to do another call just strictly on that, because I know a lot of team members have done stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited to hear more about that. So thank you. And welcome everybody. Happy Monday. I always like Sunday night. I feel like I have to, think and prepare, and I never know what I'm going to think on the next day. And usually, I kid you not, I am inspired every single Sunday with a great topic and typically, just amazing speakers. And so that's why I just love Mondays. I absolutely love Mondays and getting to start them with you guys and realizing the team camaraderie that we have. And I'm so excited to show a different side of a team camaraderie, as in with your husband, your spouse, significant other, best friend, whoever in your life might be able to help you in your business, because what's the point in doing things alone? We weren't put here on this earth to do things alone, I don't feel. So bring in whoever can help you is my big thing for my business. And I am very much of an independent person. I can't even explain that enough. I got into this business alone. I did it alone. I felt like it was all alone. And Ryan would help me fold maxi skirts for a long time. And I'm always like, he's so unsupportive. But I never took advantage of the fact or accepted or appreciated the fact that he was involved with what he could do. He watched the kids while I'd go. He wasn't always happy about it. There was a lot of sacrifice that was made and is still made to have a successful business. I feel like you have to make a lot of sacrifices, and there's a lot less now because of what we've built, but it took a lot of sacrifice in the beginning. And I have to thank him for that, for allowing me to grow and be and do and grow this business. And so I remember I went to leadership one October. He never came with me. He'd always just watch the kids. I'm like, you have to take work off. You have to be there for the kids. That's it. And sometimes he said yes, and sometimes he said no, but we had moved up to Salt Lake and he was pretty much going back to school. And he was trying really hard, and yet he just wasn't fulfilled, which was kind of hard because I didn't want to leave Cedar City where I was before. And in October, when I'd gone to that leadership, I was, having the best weekend and sharing with him. And he was just jealous, I would say. He can share his side of the story, but he's like, what the crap? You're like, I'm here with the kids and I love them and all. And I'm going to school and I'm, working so hard to provide for the family, yet it's not fulfilling. I'm working for somebody else and you're off having so much fun, making more money than me. And, and that is a hard balance for a lot of marriages and a lot of relationships. And so you have to be very careful and be respectful of that person's decision to do whatever they want to do, but ask for help when you need it. And I didn't ask for his help. He just decided that I can't stop thinking about LuLaRoe. I'm all in. I'm probably going to quit my job as soon as we hit these goals for 3 months. If we do those things, I'm out. And I'm like, don't hit those goals. Don't hit those goals. Don't hit those goals in the back of my head because I was scared. I am very independent, and my husband is independent in his own way, but we don't function as we didn't function anyways then as like this amazing team that could be super successful. And so I thought of it as being such a downfall. Like if he comes, then I'm going to have to teach him this and I'm going to have to do this and it's going to hurt my business. Well, as you can see, he's upstairs working in his office. I'm downstairs working in my office. We found a way to separate and have our own space, yet come together on things. And let me tell you, those you love the most, you hurt the worst. And I say that with my best heart that I can, because it's true. No matter what you're doing in life, your spouse or your significant other or your best friend, you go to them with all your problems and you throw up on them when you've had a bad day because you need to have that outlet. And that's what sometimes we are for each other. And sometimes it hurts that other person because they want to fix it or they want to do things better. And you just have to remember sometimes to listen. But when we hit those goals and he quit, he immediately, started jumping into the business, and I'll let him share about that. But the one piece of advice I can give you all that I share all the time is, please, if you need the help, you don't expect it. Don't just expect them to do things. You need to ask, and you need to appreciate them for what they do in your business, what they do in your lives. The more you appreciate them, the more you honor them and accept them in what they decide and ask, the more help they're going to be in the future. So I do definitely challenge you to always, always appreciate them no matter what. So, and that's something I've learned from Deanne for the last several years. So I'm going to have my husband share where he even started, because it came from, you have to think, a lot of people would tell me, Brittany, you're leaving Cedar City and it's an empire. You're leaving an empire. What are you doing? Are you crazy? And I'm like, I know. And I was just sad. And, and I built a very strong business on my own and utilizing hostesses and working and picking up the 500-pound phone. So I am sure I was a little intimidating to my husband in the beginning because I'm pretty strong-willed girl. So, and some of you guys may have the same situation. So I hope that with all these people that are sharing today, that you can reach out to your husband or help your husband get a little bit more involved, and feel free to reach out to these people after as well. And I'm going to have Ryan share. If each of you take about 10 minutes, I'd like to get through as many couples that are available to share today to show their different ways of handling and doing things. So we'll just kind of see how we are with time. But if we go over, I don't really care because we're recording this and people can rewatch it. So definitely get in all the information. And Ryan, I'll start with you, and then you can pass to Ben, maybe Ben to Robbie, and I'll keep you guys posted from there.
What's up, guys? To show you guys that I'm still a guy's guy in a woman's clothing world, the moment that Mark said Akron, Ohio, my mind went to LeBron James. That's where he was born and raised. That's what I've been thinking about. So you can still be a pretty cool guy and normal, I think, and still be pretty involved with this LuLaRoe lifestyle that we're lucky enough to call our full-time jobs. I guess if you want to call it a job, it's kind of a dream come true for Brittany and I. And as you kind of heard, we are very different. And the difference has, I think, allowed us to, ultimately balance each other and strengthen our relationship. We've been really lucky in that part. I saw LuLaRoe as a huge opportunity. Working for Rocky Mountain Power, I was going to be topped out in about 3.5 years after I started my apprenticeship. That was it. I couldn't see myself doing anything else for 30 years. I don't know about you guys, but 30 years doing the same exact job didn't exactly seem that exciting to me. Brittany was, every time she'd go to these events, making more friends, more happy. There was more steam getting behind this LuLaRoe thing. What had started out as just a bunch of skirts that now had over 30 different styles, and like consultants were popping up all over the United States, and it was getting a pretty good head of steam behind it. And Brittany, like she said, she went to this leadership training, and it was already getting bad. It's like, I'm going to work for this amount of time and getting paid X amount. And Brittany thoroughly enjoys what she does, and she is doing far better than I am and probably ever will do. And I just remember the saying, find something in life that you love to do and you'll never work a day in your life. And it repeated over and over in my mind. And although I don't share the same passion for LuLaRoe clothing that probably a lot of women do, I could see the lives that it was blessing, the people that it was helping. And so, like she said, I made the decision to jump on board with LuLaRoe. I didn't know how I was going to help her, but I knew there was something that I could bring to the table. I was going to find it and figure it out. So I started to try to invoice people. And Brittany, she cultivated this business and done things her way for a long time at this time. So it really kind of created a lot of contention between us, me trying to get involved with her business. She saw things one way and I saw things another way. And I don't fault you women that build these business. They mean a lot to you. And you guys want things done right. You guys have built up great rapport with customers, with those around you. And men, I'm not as delicate and careful as I should have been at first. I made a lot of errors. And Brittany was really patient with me and understanding to help me and walk me through some of the things to make it better. And rather than just say that I couldn't be involved with her business, she had enough smarts about her to point me in another direction and start with shipping. And so shipping became my baby. And I took it really serious. My wife at the time, she was taking everything to the post office and shipping it out. And I saw that immediately, a place that I could help out and jump in and help. So I took all the shipping, and it was just when like people were getting involved with like the online world and really figuring out like Shipping Easy and Snaps.com. So I embraced that and started to do the Shipping Easy, and that immediately, I think, gave Brittany a little bit of confidence in what I could do in the business. She saw that I could help out, that I could do things. And so eventually I started interacting with the customers and talking with them and helping out more, and eventually getting to orders and back to doing invoicing. And then the new Bless system came out, and we had to go through that and figure out how to do that kind of stuff together. But it's been a slow process. It's not been something that happened overnight. But if you guys can see behind Brittany, she left town one weekend, and I was LuLaRoe room was set up, and we're moving soon, but it was completely unfunctional. What's behind her, you see, are a bunch of closets from IKEA, and it's so much more organized now. I went while she was gone to a training, and I built all these things from IKEA and got downstairs all the way organized so that we can function and work better. I mean, Lindsay, our assistant, Candy, our assistant, the people that work for us are loving it. We're loving it. It gives us the whole downstairs a new look. That was something I was able to get involved with, and I just knew it had to be done. Now that I've had my feet under me for a little while, these are the things that I do now that I would consider very beneficial to our business. When we invoice a customer, everybody wants to get paid really fast. And I always get asked by you women, what can your husbands do? And this is something simple that I would highly recommend you inviting your husband to start doing. In our Google folder in Gmail, Brittany's got all of her sales and our purchase receipts in 2 different folders. In the sales folder, there's a direct link that goes straight to the invoice of the person that we've invoiced. I will take that link and I will message them something personalized as Brittany on our Facebook page, so I can try to build a connection with them, thank them for being part of our group, and rather than them having to thumb through their email, clicking on this direct link and paying for it. We still have people that don't pay, but do I feel like it's helping? I do. I feel like people are a lot more apt to pay when you've personalized a message to them, thank them, or just tried to build some type of connection. That's something that men can easily do. Also, everyone that I ship to now, I check their address. I check to see where they live. I'm interested to know where they live. If they live somewhere here in the Salt Lake City area, I'm going to message them. Say, hey, thank you for shopping. I see that you're a local shopper. Why don't you come to my house sometime and shop? I will give you a free pair of leggings. And not only that, if you bring somebody to shop with you, I'll also include them. And that's been a great way to try to drum up some more people to get involved with our business. Just a little thing like that to inspire them to shop local with us, that we're right here, right around the corner. You can shop with us. We've got everything you need. Come to our house. We'll give stuff. People love to receive stuff. We've started to ship out some scratch off things for our VIP members. And I have a goal this week to send it out to 5 to 10 people. I've only got today to do it. I got envelopes. I'm going to go through our old invoices and see who's been a good customer of ours and send these scratch off things so that they can be reminded that we're still thinking about them. Shop with us. A couple other things that men can do that are very critical to your work together as a business is inventory tracking. Now, the new Bless is making it really easy. To the best of my knowledge, they still haven't got it to where you can have all your pictures on the new Bless. So until that time comes, we've got a simple spreadsheet of all of our items that we once a week have somebody count. I need to know what has come in and what's going out and what I need to order, because now that's what I do too. I do a lot of the ordering. That's an important part. You have to know what's selling. And for us right now, a lot of the plus size clothing is selling. So I'm trying to track down more of that and sell it and order more. So giveaways are something that I do. I try to reinvent myself. I don't like doing the same giveaway twice. So that becomes a challenge, but I like to do new things. I'm always looking into new things to try to do there. But now that I'm involved with it, there's so many areas that I could do, and you'll hear from these other guys what Ben and Robbie have to say. That they've got great perspectives, and they see things differently than I do, and that'll be good to get their perspective. But if you guys ever have any questions, I'm here. I'd love to share with anything you guys ever have, but that's what I've got to share. Thanks, Brett.
Thanks, Ben. You're up.
Good morning. I'm not a Cubs fan, just as a shirt. So I'll start with that.
You're a bandwagoner, don't lie.
No, I'm not. I was actually a coach for my son's team. I am a Braves fan for anybody out there in the Atlanta area. So, all right. My wife started this company. We started February of last year, so a year and a half ago-ish.
Oh, and we're not Laura Levitt. We just forgot to sign out of her account.
Yeah. we did a little get-together with our group, but so and I was all on board. I was supportive. I spoke with Brittany one day. We were at my house, and she was outside, and we were visiting about what she did. and she shared her big dreams and goals and what she does. And Andrea was already on board, and so Brittany and I had a little one-on-one out in the driveway. I don't know how it all started, but it did. And I kind of got excited about it. But yet I still had a career. I still had a job that I was focused on. And Andrea got going, and I was great with it. And I slowly lost my excitement for it and seeing how much time and energy she put into it. And it was taking away from the family and myself. So there was a little bit of selfishness in there in the sense of, hey, this new job is taking away of what our norm was. And it was tough in the beginning. It wasn't easy. It was a big investment and a lot of work. And I still had my career, my job that I was doing. And so we kind of butt heads for a while. And I did what I could with the family and the kids. Occasionally I'd go help out in the office and do some things in there, but I wasn't thrilled about it. And then, some money started coming in. Business started going. She's doing more of this, more of that. She needed more help, and I recognized that. And so I, this year, just a couple months ago, quit my job as a school teacher to join LuLaRoe and with my wife full time. And the opportunity, and I love teaching, but for two reasons. I was, if anybody else out there, teachers, I sympathize with you and I'm with you, but there's just not any growth. And kind of same thing that Ryan said with his job. Now his job paid a whole heck of a lot more than mine, I imagine. But there, not a lot of growth. You can get your education, you can get how many years you experience your work, and you still make, a small percentage increase every year, which isn't exciting. And then I loved working with the kids. It was fun for me. I enjoyed that part of it, but it ultimately came down to growth and income, and it wasn't enough. And so Andrea showed me, what we needed to do to increase our business. And it was either we hired someone for her help, because it was taking away from family and personal time, or I quit and I'm the person that got hired. And that was the decision. And so for this whole for the last 6 to 8 weeks, I've been both feet in, doing as much as I can. And almost every day I say, okay, what do you want me to do? And she'll give me a list of things to do, and I try to do the best that I can at it. Ryan, you said that shipping is your baby. I despise shipping. Sitting on here and putting in information, that is so boring to me. I'd rather go get clothes and put outfits together, man.
So he does like the outfits. Like, he's good at it, you guys. He does outfits. He takes the pictures. I'm like, I'll do the shipping. I'm good with that. And he just takes over. It's awesome.
Now hang on, just for the record, everybody knows that I'm colorblind and that my outfits be a travesty. Nobody wants to see the outfits I come up with. So
well, and I'll tell you, he some of the outfits he'll bring it in. He's like, what do you think of this one? And I'm like, yeah, no.
I try to be a little I try to get somebody's wild attention out there.
Yeah.
So, but anyways.
Someone asked about how do we deal with the cost of health insurance.
Well, funny you ask. That's a discussion we're having this
right
week.
now.
It's on my to-do list. Here's
insurance is
here's
over
my to-do list today.
at the end of July. So
my insurance ends from the school district on July 31st. And so we met with a neighbor of mine who does health insurance. And we looked at the marketplace, Obamacare. And I absolutely hate it. The amount of money you pay for your deductible, for what you get in return. And if anybody else has a better option, let me know. Maybe we need to talk to LuLaRoe and say, hey, we have a huge group of 90,000 people. Let's all buy into something. But there's also different options out there. One is a Christian-based cooperative insurance thing that we're going to be looking into this week. So if you wanted more information, I can let you know the link of the website that somebody shared with me.
And there is a thread on PUC, so just type in health insurance. It was just barely created. So
okay. Cool.
Okay. So, but as far as,
what made you jump in though? What changed your mind? Because like I said, he was very, it got to be where it was resentful. It got to be where it was okay, you are spending so much time. And I was literally getting 4 hours of sleep. I cruise qualified in January and February on my own, and I was done. I was exhausted, physically, emotionally exhausted. I'm I cannot do this by myself anymore, and I've got to get help somewhere. So I told him, I need your help more. And I don't know what really made you click. What was it? The cruise? Probably the cruise.
No.
He was a little bit before that.
I was before that. Knowing that Stacy Murdoch and Blair quit his job and jumped both feet in. And, and I saw Ryan, he quit his job and both feet in. And so it was just an opportunity. I don't make a lot as a teacher, it really wasn't. And I saw the opportunity to make more money here. And so I'm still waiting for that. We're being patient with it. We're trying to get our group to grow a little bit more. We're trying to build our team.
You didn't qualify last month, though. Our first full month. Yeah.
So, so there's, I don't know, I want instant results. To me, it's like, hey, I quit. All right, where's this massive income? I want it now. But it's just slow and steady. It's being consistent. And so Andrea is really good about setting a weekly schedule and letting our customers know on our page, hey, Monday the live is here, the Tuesday's the album, Wednesday's the live, Thursday is if you want a personal styling appointment any point in time of the day, you let her know. She'll do that.
Outfit drops.
Friday's another live. Saturday and Sunday is open houses / family time. And so every week, depending on if the time changes, we post it on our page and say, here, group this week, whatever you can make, whatever you want, we'd love to have you. And then we do it. And we try to stick to what we set out on Monday's announcement.
What about parties?
Parties. St. George is rather tough for our local friends.
I mean, online or in home. Do you guys specify days or do you just...
Tuesdays are always our album sales every week. We have I've had, for the past year and a half, I've had a hostess every single week, every week. I have never not had a hostess, but this last month, I stopped asking for hostesses. If they come to me and want a party, because I think we do well enough without them, but I'm happy to have new people. I want new people in my group. So I'm not out there actively searching for them, but I do let them know, hey, if you want to host, let's do a hosting party. So this week we have one. We are we're traveling. We are leaving. We are going for 2 weeks to the Midwest. We're taking all of our stuff and going. So we are, before our kids go back to school, and we did the same thing that, was it Mark? Yeah, that Mark talked about. Same thing. We just told people, this is where we're going. We're going to Nebraska. We're going to Iowa. We're going to Illinois. We're going to Kansas. We're going to Colorado. Who lives there? And I went down my bless. You guys, you can click on the state and see who's buying from you in that state. And I messaged everybody from that state and said, I'm going to be in your state where, do you want to, I see Mark like, yep. And that's what we did. We messaged them and said, we're coming to your state. We'd love to host a pop-up. And you know what? Everyone was so excited. They were like, oh my gosh, yes, we want to. So It was awesome because we don't have a lot of local support, unfortunately. We try and we do every single week and we contact people. It's just hard to get local. So we'll come to Salt Lake. We did an amazing pop-up in Payson, my best pop-up I've ever had in Payson. We sold 58 pieces, and that's the best we've ever had. And we did that in Payson just a couple weeks ago, and I think that's what really pushed us over the edge.
No, it's oversaturated up here. That's impossible.
It's whatever. I'm not telling you who I booked with. Just kidding. But anyway, so it's been awesome because we are trying, because I know in-homes are where it's at, you guys. It just is. Onlines are great. We do great in our live sales, but the in-homes are where we're really we're doing really well. So we're excited. We're hoping we can get qualified in July. We're working our butts off. I'm going to be gone a week. Ben's gone a week, but when one of us is home, we're busting it every day. I said, if I have to go live every day and just tell my group where we're at, because they love us and they support us and we've created relationships with them. So.
Yeah. So as far, real quick, I'll end. So supporting my wife in this, it is her business, and I am assistant manager. Worker bee. Yeah,
Queen bee.
I do what she asks me to do. She knows so much more of the in and out of the computer stuff. I know how to ship. I know how to invoice. I know how to go pull the clothes. I take pictures and upload them. I can do probably 80% of it. There's a lot of stuff, the social marketing, the Facebook and the Instagram stuff, that's all her. And I would like to learn more to be able to help her more with that. I'm always coming up with ideas of different things to do. I shared one with Ryan a week or so ago that I'm still trying to cultivate. We went, Andrea and I, in May. It was an awesome month, but a rough month for business. The first week we were on the cruise, which was an amazing experience. Met a lot of cool people, heard from good stories. And then the last week of May, my in-laws and my wife and I, we went to Washington, D.C. for a week. And so we really were hurt on the sales side of it. But yet we were really exposed to a lot of people outside of our zip code. And so when we were in D.C., we were able to meet a lot of people and hand out leggings. And, one night we were walking down in Old Town, outside of Washington, D.C., and 3 people were wearing LuLaRoe. And for me, it's hard as a guy, I feel, to point out to a woman, be like, oh, hey, nice shirt, nice pants, whatever. And so I don't do that necessarily.
So he shoves me, go.
Yeah, I'll shove her. But if I know for sure that they're wearing LuLaRoe, I'll speak up and be like, hey, nice Carly. And I'm like, hey, step in now.
I don't want to be the creeper. Hurry.
Right. But these 3 ladies were walking up the street, and they all had LuLaRoe on. Leggings, Carly, Joy, Classic, you name it. They had it. And I was like, oh, you wear LuLaRoe? And I said something to that nature, and they all looked at me like, yeah, who are you? And I was like, this is my wife, Andrea. She sells it. And, and I totally, pointed the direction to her, and they're like, oh, great. Well, we live here, so-and-so. And I was like, well, do you have leggings? I was like, yes, of course I do. Here. And so we handed them out leggings. And now one of them, and 2 of them I know for sure, are part of our group.
And buy from us now.
And buy. And so, just trying to, other times just point it out and let people know that you sell it actually.
You sell it too, just so you know.
I do. You're right. But for me to walk up to a strange woman and say, hey,
nice leggings.
Nice leggings. Like, I feel a little awkward about that. So I try to divert the attention to my wife.
Well, and I would just say to close for us, the biggest thing for me has been to let him help. And not that I didn't want the help, but I have to be patient to let him learn it. That's the hardest thing, you guys, is like, because I'm so much faster at it. I'm like, I got this. But then it's like, no, I don't. I need his help. And so it's me being, I need his help. How can we work this together? And so for me, it hasn't been so much of a contention since he's joined. It's been a relief because we can do this. And even though it's slower and we're not seeing the numbers as quick as we want to, I'm like, we are just going to keep pushing it because it's going to happen for us. So we have total faith in it.
And I'm learning. I'm doing things to help myself learn. And when I do that, I think it helps us more out rather than me just always relying on her.
Yep.
So there you go.
Thank you, guys. I love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Robbie, you're up.
Can everyone hear me? We good? All right. So I'm Robbie. I'm Amanda's husband. We started LuLaRoe probably a week from today. It'll be a year, full year. And the reason we started was because a small backstory, nothing big. Amanda used to be an assistant vice president of a company, and after 16 amazing years and always getting an excellent rapport, they basically told Amanda that she wasn't worth the money she was being paid. So we were forced to find other means of income to bolster the salary cut that they put to her. And we were looking on the internet, and we had met our sponsor at the time, and she was like, oh, I'm doing this. Don't worry. This and this will happen. And I started watching videos, and I was like, wow, this looks incredible. Like, how could you not want to do this? Like, these people just seem happy. They're smiling. All these women. I'm like, Amanda, this is you. Like, why would you not want to do this? This is your gig. So we sat down and we talked about numbers, and everyone, most of the people get caught up on the concept of, can we afford it? Is the money too much? And I was like, you know what? We could stay on the path that we're on right now and do 30 years, like Ryan said, and we know where we're going to end up. We know what ends at the end of 30 years. I'm a firefighter. I know at 30 years I'll have a pension. And I was like, you'll have a 401k at the end of 30 years. I said, or we can take this chance. And in 2 years, if it flops, it flops. But we lived. Like, we gave it a shot. Like, it was worth a try. And then we can always look back and say we learned something from it, or we're better people because of it. So I'm like, why not? Who cares? Let's just do it. And if, like I said, if it flops, it flops. And clearly it hasn't. So it has just been, it's been so much fun. And if anything, it's brought us so much more together. As a firefighter, I have to have a second job because it helps bolster our income. And that was really killing us as a couple, because when you're working 6 out of 7 days a week, there's no way to take trips. There's no way to do anything together, because I would come home and either if I was at the hospital or the transport company or at the fire department where I work, I would just be exhausted. And I was like, I just want to sit on the couch and I want to watch HBO, or I'm going to go play video games because I don't want to make an adult decision for the next 3 hours. And it's just, it's not healthy. So with this company, that success is given the fact that I get to stay home now and help on my days off. I have not truly committed 100%. I'm still a little scared about that, and we're not at the goals or the numbers that I would want us to be at. But because I'm off 2 out of 3 days with the fire department, I am able to help Amanda quite extensively in whatever she can't do. Most of the stuff that I am is I'm a vent. I let Amanda vent to me, and when she's stressed or she's upset or she's not, things aren't going too well, like I am the person that I catch it all. Like it doesn't.
Man, these kids, man, talking shit, making me
Whoa,
feel
whoa,
bad.
whoa.
Man, fuck them.
I think it's good now. It's muted, but is it still in the background?
Sorry, I found it. It was one of the kids' music. I'm on Amanda's computer, not mine. Sorry. I truly apologize about that. So basically, I'm Amanda's vent. I catch everything that if it's upsetting her, I'm the person that she bounces stuff off the wall. I'm here for when she needs to talk about something or she wants to relieve stress. We found that really helps, and it just opens up communication, and there's never anything that's not on the table that we all don't know what's going on with each other. We're like, it's like Mark says, we try to be very just open, and there's nothing hidden. Everything is totally transparent, and that way we can get things done, and it makes things so well and work for us. I will pick up the slack for Amanda whenever she's busy. Like, so if she's busy, making albums to do an album sale, then I will step up and I will do team time. Like I will text the girls, I will call the girls, I will chat with them, I will do whatever it takes. Like if it just sometimes I literally will just send our team random little text messages and be like, "You're amazing today," or I'll look at the field report and I'll be like, "You're winning, keep it up," or I'll be like, "I just wanted to let you know that I want to thank you for letting me serve you," because I will tell our team constantly that my why is them. Like I want to serve them, and they give me meaning. I'm used to helping people, and I'm used to fixing things with the career that I have. So when they need help from me, or when they need like a bolster, it's so much more fun for me to do that than honestly run a very sad 911 call. So I will do the team thing. If it means like Amanda's busy working around the house, I'll run to the post office. No one likes to go to the post office, but if it makes her happy, or if it makes the business easier, then that's exactly what I go with. A few other things. I had all these notes written out because they're all spent. I'm an orange, but I try to be gold, and it doesn't really work. There's all kinds of stuff. There are a few things that I have learned. I have found that if you are able to, and your job will give you vacation, going to every LuLaRoe event possible is the best thing you could ever do. I went to a Inspire tour in November of 2016. It was my first LuLaRoe thing, and I was blown away. There were 1,500 people in the room. No woman had the same outfit on, and I was just astounded. And I was like, this is the biggest infomercial I've ever been a part of. And I was like, this is real. And from that point on, like I really jumped even more than anything that Amanda had told me about. And I was like, you have to experience. So if you're a husband or your husband's never been, they need to at least go to, I would say, an event, because it really puts it into perspective what you see. I mean, you see the webinars, you see the sisterhood and all that, but when you see it in the room, and the passion and the culture actually alive, it's so addictive. It's more than anything. And one of my goals when I go to one of these is to make friends with another LuLaRoe or another couple somewhere, so that we can market. Like we met at Train the Trainer, we met a couple from Oregon, and I feel like me and him are like Facebook best friends. Like we probably message every day. And with this culture, it's not, what am I doing that I can hide from them so that I can be better than them? It's what am I doing? And then I share it with people, and then I see if it works for them, or they share something with me, and they see if it works for me. And there's no hiding of ideas. It's literally sharing everything, because it doesn't hurt anyone. We all have different prints and styles, and it's not like, well, I have the same thing, I don't want anyone else to know how to move this so that I can keep moving it. No, it's like everyone needs to wear this classic because it's amazing, And that being said, they've showed me some tricks, and there's certain web-based programs that have helped us with inventory management, helped us with invoicing, made it far more simpler. Because, you know, the one thing I've learned, and that's from Simon Sinek, is that with LuLaRoe, your time is actually worth what you want to make it. It is you. So the less time you can spend on something that isn't an income producing activity, and the more you can spend on the IPAs, as I call them, then, you know, it's better for you. So I don't know. I love this company. I could talk and I could just hit random points all over the place, but anything, like I said, anything your wife needs you to do as a husband, like that's all I want to do, because it makes her happy and it makes us be successful.
I love that. Thank you so much. And it's true, like finding those KPIs. I'm an orange too, but if that's your focus and something you're passionate about and you can be good at it in your business, that's what an orange is good at. But like, we can be all over. So awesome. Thank you so much, Robbie. Megan and Carlos, are you guys on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me see if I can find if I can see you.
Yes.
Hi. Thank you for being on. I got to find you. Where in the heck is your video? Is your video? Oh, there you are. Now I see it. Can you?
I am on.
You're
there.
You see me? And you're going through kind of a transition even right now as we speak, right?
Yes, we are.
Share that a little bit with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having us. The short story, we started in 2016, right? In February of last year. So Megan was the one who was hesitant. I'm actually the risk taker. So when she told me about this, I was like, oh, yeah, sure. $5,000, let's go. So, you know, we did it, and it has been one of the best decisions we have made since. At that time, we were both working a full-time job. We were both we both are in the education system. She stayed home this past year for the first time. She was, we were expecting our first, Ava, her little baby girl, and she arrived here last July, which, oh man, it's almost a year. July 26th will be her birthday, so that flew by. And she decided to stay home with the baby and do LuLaRoe full time, and that was also a great decision. I'm still working for the fact that, you know, all about the insurance policies and all that stuff. You know, we do have great insurance through the school, so I'm kind of on the line whether I want to stay home and, you know, put my 100% into LuLaRoe or stay with the school. But for now, I'm still with the school on that. But it didn't work this summer, so that's a good thing.
Loving life.
I am loving life. We had 3 months off, and I don't go back until Labor Day. So with that being said, it's fun. We're enjoying our time with the family and doing some LuLaRoe. A couple of things that I want to touch on that everybody else, or you other guys, touch on the same things. What I do to help out is I do packaging, the packages, taking them to the post office, invoicing. I do a lot of like behind the scene things. So whenever she's doing a live or at an in-home pop-up party, I'm doing like a lot of the setting up, breaking down, talking to the customers on her profile, bringing the new styles over, and just doing a lot of stuff like that. I also like to do a lot of household the chores, just so she doesn't have to do that, so she can focus more on the LuLaRoe. So like doing the dishes, doing the laundry, cleaning, putting the baby to sleep, feeding her, doing this, doing that. So whatever I can take off her plate, I try to, so that she can focus more on LuLaRoe, because she basically is the face. I mean, we're a team, but she's the face of it, and I just do a lot of the behind the scene things.
I'm going to call you out. What's your highest month you guys have ever sold in LuLaRoe?
32. Was it 32? I think it was 32, and that was towards the end of last year.
$32,000.
$32,000.
Amazing. Watch them. They're awesome.
Boom, shout out. Good job.
Thanks.
Thanks. Yeah, we started in February, like we said, and then we did cruise qualify last year, August through December, and we made the cruise. We made the second cruise because the first one was full. And then this year,
but that's okay. We got to be a break.
It was fun. It was a blast.
That's what I mean. That's right.
this year we did cruise qualify every month except for April, because April we were traveling a lot down to Florida, and just we weren't home a lot. So
we were only home a week and a half. It was
basically
spring break for Carlos plus the cruise, so we wanted to be with family. A lot of his family live in Florida, and they didn't get to meet Ava, so we just figured that was more important.
So we did that. And now we're hoping to cruise qualify this month. So February, we can get on the cruise again. For you guys out there, if you have not been on the cruise yet, that was definitely what's the word I'm looking for? A game changer for me. It really opened up my eyes, and it really lit that fire in me to actually want to do better and more with LuLaRoe. It's a great incentive to hit that cruise qualification for the whatever months you have to hit it for. And if you guys have not done that, try to do that. And you guys will see what we are talking about. How we hit cruise, we like to break our numbers down. So $12,000 in a month. You break down to see how much you have to do a week. And then you have to break it down to see how much you do a day. So if that means doing mystery leggings roulette, outfits, whatever, let's say you have to sell at least 10 pieces a day. If we go live and we have to sell 10 pieces, if it takes us an hour to sell 10 pieces or 4 hours to sell 10 pieces, that's the goal, and we'll stay there until we hit that goal. And then we'll do a little bit more just to be on the safe side, because, not every day is going to be a good day. You're also going to have those bad days where you barely sell 1 or 2 items. That's how we do it, and that's how we reach our goals for cruise qualification every month. Like I said, I help around the house. I do the shipping. Also, one thing that I tell her all the time. Tell me what you want me to do. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not just going to guess like, oh, maybe she wants this done or this or that, whatever. Tell us. As men, you need to tell us what you need done. If you want me to pack all these packages and then ship them out or put them in alphabetical order or do this or that, let us know. We're not mind readers. I mean, we do the best we can. And we are also willing to help as long as you tell us what to do, and that's something that I stress to her every day.
And you're not going to accuse us of nagging, is that correct?
No, I have never.
Otherwise, stop nagging me.
No, if anything, I like when she tells me what to do, because then I don't have to sit there and try to guess what she needs done. So that's my advice for you ladies. If your husbands don't know what to do, just tell them straight up, hey, honey, can you do this? Hey, honey, can you take out the trash or this or that, whatever. Yeah, so that's how I help out.
One thing I noticed, I'm pretty sure Megan's good at this. If I'm calling her out, I don't think I am, but she's really good about showing appreciation. Like, she talks about how much she loves and appreciates you all the time, at least to me. So I imagine that she says things like that to you. How does that affect your willingness?
She does. I like to say we have a special relationship. Our relationship first started in college, and, we started off as friends, and then, best friends, and it was just kind of like, wow, like, I tell her this all the time, and, I said it on our wedding day. I put in our vows. I said the first time I met her, that first day, I knew she was going to be somebody special. I just didn't know what she was going to be to me.
What do you want? He wants something.
and look at that. I mean, we ended up getting married, having a beautiful baby girl, and, I mean, you just got to work at everything you do. I mean, just go through everything together. And
you got to talk with each other. You can't just assume we know what we're feeling. We're big about talking exactly what's on our mind, even if we know it's going to hurt or whatever.
Communication, being honest, and that's how we have that positive relationship. I mean, not every day is.
Did that even answer your question?
Did that answer the question? Kind of, sort of.
Yeah, in a way, just her showing appreciation to you, even when you do those little things. How, do you feel like if those little forms or acts of appreciation help you want to do even more?
It does. It does.
That's not like a huge thing for you because it's not for everybody.
No, I like doing LuLaRoe. It's fun. When she tells me, what to do and whatnot, I kind of take pride in it because, well, she's asking me to help and not like her mother or her sister or anybody else that knows LuLaRoe as well. So I do feel kind of prideful in that. And then, well, all right, so she's, she's thinking of me when I have to do this or that. And so she's putting me in charge. So, okay, that's kind of a big deal. So, yeah.
I got to echo something. Sorry, Carlos, to jump in here on you. But women, take note of what he just said because I feel like Carlos a lot right there with what he just said. Like my wife's asking me when she could ask assistants, she could ask anybody. That makes me feel really good. So you women that are worried about asking your guys about something, you do it because it makes us feel good. We want to help. That's our role in life is helping you women be happy. So thanks, Carlos. I appreciate that.
Sure. Yeah, it does. It does. It makes us feel good. Don't ever think of it as, we'll think that you're nagging us to do this or do that or whatever. We do want to be engaged and we do want to help. We just need that guidance of, what to do or sometimes how to do it. So just let us know. And, we are more than willing to help. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing and being on here. I appreciate it. And I know Corey White is on here. And thank you for staying up, Corey. I feel I should have had you go first because I know that you've been working. But tell us what you do first of all. And thank you. Show appreciation, right? Being on here and sharing.
Oh, sure. So, hi, everybody. I'm Corey, so I am Kim's husband. She said I have been up because I work night shift. So I'm a nurse. I work in the NICU, so I work with little tiny babies, mostly just premature babies. And I have the night shift. So I went into work last night at 7 p.m. and I got off at 7 this morning. So my wife and I started LuLaRoe last July. So beginning of last July, a little over a year now. We just made the decision to go for it. Kim had been wearing the clothes for a long time, liked to buy them, and had talked with her friends that were selling it. And so, she came to me and said, I think I really want to do this. And so I said, okay, then let's do this. Because I figured, worst case, a lot of times you can I knew about the return policy and things. So we said, worst case, we can return it and get our money back. Best case scenario, someday I can quit working. So, it was kind of a no-brainer to at least give it a try for us. And so, so we launched last July and kind of right from the get-go, I helped with shipping and I come from a background of always working with women. So as a nurse, I worked with women. In high school, I was in gymnastics and cheerleading. So I was just working around a lot of women. And so that's never actually felt weird to me. And I'm also a little quirky. And so I enjoy the doing live sales. A lot of times I'll pop in when Kim is doing them and just kind of interact with her and take over for a little while. I may or may not also have a unicorn costume that I will pull out from time to time and wear on my live sales. We just kind of have fun with it. So I help her with some of the sales. I help her sometimes with some of the invoicing. From about day 10, I started helping with all the customer service emails because I kind of get to her and I don't mind going through them. So I'm kind of the back end customer service. I've always handled the accounting and more of the inventory management and kind of figuring out how much we have to order and that kind of stuff. And so a lot of that just is kind of fun for me to plug in. And so I help her with a lot of the back end stuff. But I do enjoy the other stuff too. During open houses, I'm usually out and around. And even when I'm not helping directly, I will also help just watching the kids and cleaning and cooking. And so I do a lot of that as well so that she has the time that she can devote to doing some of the work. So, and I know there's some things I'm not very good at, like packaging clothes. I'm terrible at packaging clothes. And let's see what else. I don't know. There's some things that she just does really well. The social media stuff. She is also the face of our business more than I am. I'm more at the back end. But yeah, I mean, I just like to kind of have fun with it too. It's a lot of fun, and let's see what else.
You feel like it's brought you guys closer together?
Yeah, I mean, it gives us something that we can kind of share and do together. And sometimes it's, well, we're in the same room, and but it's really nice watching her have something like this, because she's always kind of looked for something, and she wasn't really quite sure what she was looking for, but she always knew she wanted to something outside of, I mean, not just being a mom, because that's amazing too, but you know, she felt like she wanted something else as well, and so watching this kind of become that for her has been really amazing. And so yes, and so oh, he doesn't know what he wants to do, and so yeah, it's been fun, and I like interacting with the customers and stuff. I'll do giveaways. Kim got to go on the cruise, and so that week I did the album sales, I did live sales, I did a shop the box. So while she's gone, I can limp along with the business. I'm not as fast as she is, or know the whole thing, but I can work my way around it and kind of take over and fill in when I need to. And anytime she needs help with stuff, I try to see what she needs as well. So
what do you think about it? You're her insurance plan, life insurance plan. I mean, that's, you know, I'm going to be full on, like, blunt and honest. A lot of the reason that Ryan and I chose to go all in together with this is because if I were to pass away, God forbid, of course, but the business, and I was talking to Art and Kenny about it, I said, what even happens? Like, how does that work legally? And you know, he said, as long as the business can continue to function the way it is now, you will still continue to get your checks, and your sales have to continue. And I thought, well, by all means, I need the help in case anything ever happens. So it's that you know the ins and outs of the business. And it sounds like you kind of, the same thing when Kim leaves, when I left, like, you guys have to step it up a little bit, and maybe it helps you feel a little accomplished too. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's definitely fun, and it's nice to be able to jump in and do things like that when I have off days and stuff. What's also nice about working a nursing schedule is I only work 3 nights a week, and that's full time, and so we tend to have a lot more time during the day and during the week that we can do things together and things too, so that also helps.
Awesome. Well, thank you for staying up. I'll let you go to sleep, and thanks for taking those sweet babies.
Oh yeah, no problem at all.
Sure grateful for that. I don't know if Jenna Phelps, is your husband, are you and your husband on by chance? I know you commented. I just am not sure if you guys are on here or not, because I never responded. Okay, doesn't look like she's on. So, and that's okay. I just want to thank all of you men. It's fun to look out and see the men in the squares and the boxes, because I'm definitely not used to that, but it's a great thing.